Layla, my cat, is sitting on the table here, just staring into the distance. Why are you staring into the distance, my darling? Why are you dissociating? Okay. Yes, looks like we're outside Ruby's truck. I think the last thing that we did was investigate that, and that's where we basically figured out that she was a lesbian. I kind of had an inkling she was a lesbian before, but I wasn't trying to like profile her. You know, a woman can be kind of masked and not necessarily be a lesbian, but here we are. Okay, so oh yeah, and I got my communist hat. Hell yes. Honestly, the picture is ugly, like this picture in the corner of Harry, but it was ugly either way, and I think the clean shave is nice. I think it's nice. And I stand by my opinion that a clean shave for a guy fallen on hard times who feels like he's trying to make a fresh start is like a nice physical way of embodying that intention to start fresh. Nice clean shave, you know what I mean? Feels good, symbolic. I'm happy with the decision, personally, and I think he looks fine. Okay, what's on our list, guys? Confront the Hardy Boys about the drug trade. A person present at the lynching is also involved with the drug trade through the harbor, which links them to the Hardy Boys. Sees what Titus has to say about it. We're pretty close to the whirling right now, so I think it's a good idea to report back to Titus, so let's do that. And then Joyce is in the fishing village now, so it's gonna take a little longer to get back to her, but we could do that. I'm really digging the outfit right now. I feel like we've had some good outfits, we've had a good run, but I really feel like this is the communist outfit of all time. In this game so far anyway, not in general necessarily. I just did a muscle memory thing of going towards where Joyce used to be. That's not where we're going. Actually, while I'm here, let me check that fucking wall again. Because I'm trying to pass the check on the wall still, aren't I?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Conceptualization, but it's locked right now. Okay, fine. Go back to the whirling. I also have that fence, don't I, that I want to try and pass the check on. So I've got a couple of things. But I think it's probably still locked as well. I was not having a lot of luck with these checks last stream.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Yeah. That's locked now as well, so let's just talk to Hardy, shall we? Hey, Titus.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
Hey. So, I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilo.
Well, are rifles famously clean? You know, I feel like they're dirty sometimes. Also, it's an interesting... I can't help thinking this whole time that it's an interesting situation to be in, that, like, Harry has a problem with substances, and there are various opportunities in this game to take drugs and manipulate people to get drugs, which, in terms of, like, writing and mechanics, is, like, pretty apt in terms of, like, how addicts can be obviously craving like drugs and alcohol or whatever they're addicted to so deeply that they will do bad things in order to get it. And again, like when I talk about this kind of thing, when I'm talking about addiction, this is coming from my own experience from being an alcoholic, and so I've, you know, behaved in that way before, and I'm not proud of it. But, you know, you do things that you wouldn't otherwise do and that you shouldn't do to, like, manipulate people or, like, lie or just do things that aren't okay in order to, like, get access to, like, drugs and alcohol. And I think it would be really hard for me to do this personally, but I would find it very interesting to roleplay a version of this game where I'm leaning really hard into that and seeing kind of the effects that it has on Harry's relationship with Kim and with the other characters. But the fact that that is the case, and then also you can be investigating and trying to shut down the local drug trade, meanwhile you're taking drugs and benefiting from that, is certainly an interesting dynamic that's happening.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? We know Ruby was the driver. We know that's your affiliation with her. Detective, you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, do the honor. You've earned it. Let's let Kim have a moment.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
A big, strong state-run monopoly on drugs? What do you...
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Right, so he's like spinning this as like, you know, we're monopolizing the drug trade to take care of the community. It's interesting because, I mean, the Hardy Boys and the Dockworkers Union, like, are not the state. And, like, ostensibly what he's alluding to is, like, what does the drug trade look like under socialism? And obviously a lot of people have opinions about this, blah, blah, blah. Me, personally, I'm for complete decriminalization of all drugs. I think I've talked about this in previous streams of this game. So, like, legalization and decriminalization are two very different things. In that legalization means that you create a series of laws that regulate the drug trade, meaning that there is drug trade that exists outside of the remit of the law, meaning that there is a legal drug trade and a criminal drug trade. That's what makes it different from full decriminalization. Full decriminalization means that all drugs, sale of drugs, consumption of drugs, possession of drugs, under any scenario, any drug is completely decriminalized. None of that is criminal offense. Like, nobody can be punished for any of that. And these are two very different things for a reason, and there's a reason why a lot of people push for decrim as opposed to legalization, and it's because, you know, you see, like, countries and, like, states, provinces, you know, in countries where there's both, like, federal law and a kind of regional law that only partially decriminalize drugs, and the problems of criminalizing the drug trade persist, right? So, like, if you're looking at places where weed is legalized, but various other drugs, sale, possession, etc., is criminalized, then you still have the same problems of a dangerous illegal drug trade happening and people like being sold like dangerous illegal drugs cut with other shit. The thing about full decriminalization is that it means that there is no illegal drug trade at all. And whether or not the state would play any role in regulating the drug trade is an interesting question in that scenario, because obviously with legalization the state does have a role in regulating the drug trade, but as I've just argued, like partial legalization or legalization rather than decriminalization means that there's still stuff that exists outside of that remit and is criminal, and so the problems of criminalizing drugs persists. When you have full decriminalization, I think that even though the state might not necessarily, like, you know, regulate drugs, there are, because drugs are not criminal, the state would openly be able to create and advocate programs that could help people with, like, you know, drug safety, drug testing kits, like, therapy support. You know, think about how, like, accessing things like drug testing kits so that you could test the drugs that you have to make sure that they're safe to consume and not, like, cut with dodgy shit, how important that is. Like, that saves lives, right? Think about the fact that, like, so many people don't disclose that they have a problem with drugs in therapy because it's illegal and it could get them in fucking trouble, you know? So there are many things that the state could do to help people if drugs weren't criminalized, like if they were completely decriminalized. And I feel it's so important to emphasize, like, all drugs under all circumstances, because criminalizing any drug, it will never help people who are struggling with, like, addiction to that drug or a bad relationship with that drug, and it perpetuates kind of like a situation where people are able to illegally sell, like, bad shit that endangers people. So what Titus is proposing is something that I don't know if, like, he's kind of like saying, and I don't know if this is sincere or if this is kind of an excuse, but he's kind of like talking about, like, nationalizing, like, state-run, like, drug trade in terms of, like, the state is controlling, like, the sale and distribution of drugs, which is kind of insane. Well, I don't know, I guess I never really, like, thought about it before, but I'm kind of like, what? Because I don't, and obviously, like, it's also important to say, like, all sorts of things are drugs he's talking about, but he's clearly talking about, like, illegal drugs. I don't know if the game has really made it clear what the drug laws are in Revachol, but they've referred to illegal drug trade, like, several times, so clearly he's talking about illegal drugs rather than whatever drugs may or may not be legal, because obviously we all take drugs all the time because, like, medicine is drug, blah blah blah, whatever, I don't need to say that. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. You know, because obviously, like, socialist policies are about, like, centralizing everything in order to, like, redistribute it equally, and it's like an interim stage between capitalism and communism, because the goal of communism is, like, a stateless, classless society, but in order to achieve that, like, an interim stage of, like, nationalizing and equally distributing resources is necessary in Marxist theory. So you nationalize things like healthcare, public transport, education, like, etc., so that people can access and control everything, like, freely and equally. It's a strange argument that he's making about drugs in that context. I'd be curious to... I think I need to chew on it a little bit, but I think that it feels weird because drugs, like, recreational drugs are not, like, a need in the same way that other things that we traditionally talk about nationalizing under a socialist economy are. Like, you know, nationalizing energy, we need energy. Nationalizing transport, we need transport. Nationalizing healthcare, we need healthcare. Like, you know? Because obviously the idea is, like, from each according to their ability to each according to their needs. And again, like, I do believe in decriminalizing drugs, but I don't think that state resources are well used to nationalize drugs. Anyway, as I've said, like, the Hardy Boys and the Dock Workers Union are not the state, so the way that they're talking about themselves is awkward in that regard. But we've kind of talked about this before because of how they, like, are paralleled to the police in a lot of ways, and that kind of makes them troubling. And obviously Everard is kind of like a capitalist piece of shit, so in a lot of ways, like, the Dock Workers Union replicates, like, the harms of capitalism but says it's not doing that. So I guess that it fits into those themes in an interesting way. But okay, anyway, let's see what he has to say before I go on any more about this. This is disgusting. You're admitting to profiting off poisoning people. Good idea. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way you have some control over it. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there. Well, this is the thing, right? Like, and again, I think this is part of, like, the logic for decrim. People are always going to do drugs, right? But, like, when you decriminalize it, you can help people to take drugs safely, and you can deal with issues like addiction. And also, like, part of the reason how you deal with, like, public health struggles with addiction is addressing, like, the root causes of why people become addicted to substances, which, you know, has a lot to do with poverty. So decriminalization of drugs has to go in hand with, like, other socialist policies that I've mentioned, because, like, if people are having their basic needs met and they're not living in poverty, then that's one thing that massively addresses drug addiction. Because, I mean, people become addicted to substances because they're struggling, right? Like, they're having a hard fucking time. That's what happens, and addressing the root causes is hugely important, because even just decriminalizing drugs in itself is not enough. You have to address the root causes of the mental distress that lead to the addiction. But I don't think that this is a productive way, because like, you're just selling and profiting off drugs. Like, how are you helping people? I don't understand. I'm going to say keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there, because I feel that he's kind of delusional. Like, I don't know how he thinks that his solution is helping the situation.
No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are doing speed. Who fucking who? Stuff's probably from Jamrock.
Whatever you've seen is peanuts. Look at the big picture, man. The place is a paradise. And all thanks to Hardy Boys.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
I don't know, man. I guess this is, like, not something that you can, like, deal with on a local level as well, because, like, I think, again, this requires, like, policy change. Like, you need drug decriminalization, and then you also need socialism. So I don't know, I guess I could sympathize with, like, trying to deal with the problem on a local level, but again, it's like, it seemed awfully convenient because you do profit off selling drugs to people in that scenario. But also, like, what about again, as I've said, what about the root causes of addiction? And I think that you could be running local programs that could help, like mental health programs, like food programs, you know? You could be running programs like that help people, like poor people, deal with the root causes of the addiction as well. I don't know. It just seems awfully convenient that everything they do seems to, like, replicate capitalism and its structures, and also that they seem to kind of profit from or benefit from. It also seems to be causing further harms to the community that they say they're meant to be helping. Like, it's very complicated. What about this Ruby? Is she the 8th Hardy who runs this thing for you?
You sure do love long walks through Theory Town, don't you? Well, I'm thirsty now. Thirsty for beer. Got any less theoretical questions, Cobb?
He doesn't let it show, but must be a little impressed. You've put a lot of things together, fast. He's practically saying yes. A yes to everything you said.
Okay, well, there we go. I'm glad that we didn't have some kind of skill check again. Because the fact that I keep having them and then failing them in my attempt to progress has been quite frustrating. Well, there we go. I can report back to Joyce. What do I want to level up? Is the question.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Do I want to upgrade visual calculus? I think it could be helpful to upgrade visual calculus. Anyway. So... okay, I either want to do visual calculus or conceptualization because I do want to know what that wall is about, but my conceptualization points are quite high, so I can come back to it later. Let's do visual calculus.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush.
Let's save. And then do a visual calculus check.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Visual calculus check.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there.
Oh my god, is this more of our adventures before we ended up crashing the car?
And then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. Why that pang of guilt?
What happened next?
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
This is where I started off with my motor carriage before sinking it in the sea. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's that, I guess.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
Right. Why was your car parked, like, on the pedestrian area? Like, Kim is parked like a normal person, a bit wonky, but it's like on the side of the road, space for other cars to go through. Although I don't even know, like, is this a pedestrian area? Because actually on the right, the lorries are parked on the right, so maybe that's the road. In which case, Kim, did you park on the pavement? Okay, I take it back if you parked on the pavement, Kim. I don't support that. Those aren't the rules of the road. Okay. I've got to report to Joyce, I think. Joyce is currently in the fishing village, so let's go there. music is banging. I always forget where I'm supposed to go there. Hi, Lillian.
You're back. Good. What can I help you
I
with?
guess we'll talk to Margaret Thatcher. I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
I want to see what Kim says. Let the lieutenant handle it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my
Fucking
turn.
finally, Joyce.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her
What
mouth.
was that about a...
They taste of iron.
Oh,
and
okay, yes.
strawberries.
Blood does taste of iron. I'm not sure about strawberries, though. What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing that, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
Right, yeah, so that's the story that Titus wanted to tell. What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What do you mean, execute? What are you talking about?
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union
Jesus
militants.
fucking Christ. You've made a mess here.
It was the Union who strung him from that tree. My hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before Crenell indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She leans against the wooden planks.
if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the
Jesus
Union to respond.
fucking Christ. What the fuck?
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debarder have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1, 2, or in your case, 3 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Fucking hell. I don't even know how to process this information. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? I feel like that tone of that is like skeptical, and I do want to kind of take it quite seriously, but I'm not really sure which one of these to say, because I don't really want to like be like, oh, it's gonna be fine. I also don't want to be kind of blasé about it. And okay, so I'm kind of curious to say the thing about the Great Bloodletting, but it feels a bit insensitive. I think the confrontation is inevitable is an interesting one in the sense that, well, from a Marxist point of view, or shall we say a Mazovian point of view, the conflict is inevitable, the confrontation is inevitable, because the working class and the ruling class, or the proletariat and the bourgeoisie, are always going to be in conflict, because the ruling class is always going to be trying to exploit the working class, and the working class is always going to be trying to resist its oppression. And it's that force which will eventually lead to, I mean, it's that force, it's that confrontation which, in a Marxist point of view, leads to historical shifts and will inevitably lead to the overthrowing of the ruling class by the working class and the establishment of socialism. I mean, obviously dependent on the development of class consciousness, or basically a critical mass of the working class believing that socialism is what needs to be established and fighting for that. And, you know, capitalism is kind of full of these contradictions and tensions, and it sustains itself through systematic, continuous violence. And so violence from the oppressed in response to that oppression is like an inevitable part of that situation. So in a lot of ways, I guess, from a Marxist point of view, from a historical materialist point of view, I think it's true that the confrontation is inevitable.
It doesn't have to be like this, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
This is not good. This is dark. What can you tell me about Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down a deep black well.
They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Fourth world countries? Now that's a first. Operations considered all take place in third or fourth world. Yeah, I mean, if private military contractors like acting in the interest of corporations under global capitalism, where like the majority of like horrible grunt workers outsourced to workers in the global south now is, I mean, this is just a logical scenario in that
Meaning
regard.
they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Oh boy. Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
She thinks.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they
Gotcha.
believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
This... Okay, tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret to her voice.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body, and Classier also mentioned it, I believe. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're likely to be armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Rivershaw.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Logic check. Where are the mercenaries?
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
A vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. Interesting. One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbour gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel.
I had another question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There is a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
Shit. I'm on day 5, so I'm getting nervous.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
It's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Can you tell me about these tattoos now?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a frigate not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet, observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excessive emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's like...
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago. The sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Interesting. What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
The soul? For now the soul is fastened inside his corpse. This one has flown quite far by now. I don't know. Do I know where his soul is? I have talked to him. He does seem to... Yeah, I've spoken to him. For now the soul is fastened inside his corpse.
That is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning. within one's own corpse.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor. And these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
In Martinez, looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial. Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
I need the information. Mark it down, ask Mercs about tattoos.
Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's it. Fucking hell. Ask Scab Leader about tattoos. Okay. So for finding Ruby, it says that Union and cryptozoology business might end when you do. So I think that hopefully some of my other things, like for example going to Staban's meeting and stuff like that, should be fine. Hopefully. I know that Joyce said that she would leave after this though, so let me just check in with her one more time.
You're back. Good. What, more lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask. Glad to have been of assistance.
Okay, let's save and then do a conceptualization. Check with her and then back at the wall, and then I'll talk to the Scab Leader.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead. Glad to have been of assistance. The little bat. You're back. Good. What, more lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. Glad to have been of assistance.
Do I have any conceptualization boosting clothes that I'm not already wearing? This jacket. Let's try that again.
You're back. Good. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Reach for something fundamental.
A strange code.
Okay, I'm gonna try this a couple times. Just try and cheat it a couple times.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality?
A strange
Come on.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality?
A strange coldness.
Come on, Joyce.
You're back. Good. More lessons in basic reality?
A strange cold.
Alright, one last time and then I'll move on.
You're back. Good. What can I help you? More lessons in basic reality?
A strange coldness comes over you as you look
Back.
at.
Fine. Fine. Let's talk to this friggin' scab leader. And also check up on that wall, because I just leveled up my conceptualization. Just me and my buddy running around. Trying to solve crime. I'm a communist and I feel like maybe I should quit being a cop, and my buddy is not on the same page.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
But we do what we do. Will our friendship survive this tension?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Why am I looking at this wall?
Yeah. Why? It's
Come
a wall.
on. Okay, let's give it a couple tries.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Because you see it. Finally. This wall is sublime. Look at it. The shadows. The colors.
Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into your thoughts in your brain.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God.
More.
O Wall Father.
Kim, I must paint this wall, add even more beauty to it.
Huh? He sounds tired of it all. You already have the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red. And Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on.
First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty.
Sure.
The lieutenant looks up at the wall reluctantly, then back at you. I already have the paint, just need to get a paintbrush from Cindy the Skull.
If you must.
Cindy!
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Cindy, I'm gonna need your paintbrush.
What for?
For art. It's for art, okay?
Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about?
Everything is sad and shit, and we need art to make it okay. Just give me the brush.
Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement. I can't have shit art on my conscience.
You'll see. You will all see and tremble.
Yeah, not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You look like you'd suck. Everything really.
Damn it. Attempt to explain your artistic intentions.
You don't have the skills to execute something like this in practice. But, oh boy, the idea's going to blow her fucking
I'm gonna
mind.
create a highly detailed skeleton of an ancient bird that went extinct 100 million years ago.
She squints her eyes.
And then I'm gonna paint it red using heavy fuel oil, and then I'm gonna fucking light it on fire.
On fire.
It's the Phoenix, get it? What do you say?
I say, sod off. You don't have the technical skills to do that.
But I thought you'd like my idea.
I like your idea. Should have thought of it myself. I don't need this kind of competition in my neighborhood.
Damn, it was too strong. But Cindy, art is bigger than either of us.
Then get your brush from fucking art.
Oops, my apologies. I guess I was trying too hard. You're a police officer and a grown-up. Why are you trying to impress her? Maybe try a different approach, like climbing up there.
Later, Cindy. Come on, Cindy, you know you want to give me your brush.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I'm sorry for invading your personal space like this, kiddo, but I'm gonna have to take that paintbrush from you.
And I need an aircraft carrier. So what?
Stand your ground with a look of weary determination. Cindy, I'm gonna stand here till you hand over that paintbrush.
Have you got any kids? Because you sound like the world's saddest dad right now. But fine, take the brush. I'm all out of fuel oil anyway.
You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kanema? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil. Time to get to proper work, artiste.
Nice. Sorry, there's this very important thing which needs to be done by the end of today, but I have to make art. We need to make time for art, you know what I mean? Saving lives is important at all, but...
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Something beautiful is going to happen.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
I'm just trying to put a little positivity into the world, Kim. Can't you appreciate that? Okay, scab leader.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
Say very quietly, is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking bomb.
He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating and his mouth slightly open.
I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
The lieutenant says, his voice a soothing calm. He looks at you.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Okay.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on. It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp instead.
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos. Take out the picture.
Don't think so.
He grunts, barely glancing at it.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
We're investigating a murder. These tattoos were on the victim's body. Give him the photo.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving, hard as a stone. But beneath it, you see dead flesh in colourful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means.
He points to one tiny star in the web of lines away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kipped villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lip as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Don't interrupt.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets strangely quiet, a long, long way from his right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding.
Okay, freak. Derogatory.
We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nigh. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Jesus, I don't like where this is going.
She was quite the entertainment. For the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless, odorless. It's
evil. Yeah, that is the word.
You bet it was.
What is evil?
It's just nature. This guy, he used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place.
You were there.
No, I was somewhere else. That's just a guess as to what this one little star on his belly might mean. I'm just a bouncer.
Can I have it back?
Go ahead. All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
on the photo in your hands. The dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Oh, jeez. I guess the next thing to do is to look for Ruby. Let me go back to my big coat. Just because I like my big coat. There we go. Winter and communism ready. She's under the Feld building, isn't she? Oh. The shot couldn't have come from here. Trees block the way. Pretty, pretty snow-covered village. Here we go. Flashlight. Where are you, flashlight? Let me save my game before I do anything.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's
That fucking
voice.
jump scared me.
It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Says the shadowy figure by the machine.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word, officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways.
What did she say? Don't move too much or fight it, that will make it worse. Don't cover your ears.
That's an awful decision. Why would you not want to shield yourself from it? It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
What's happening?
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing. It's the ULAN frequency.
I saw your equations. It's the ULAN frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She likes telling you about the machine. Keep her talking. Look for an opportunity to break loose.
What's this goddamn pale anyway?
The pale? It's the end of the world.
How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
She nods towards her torture device.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
She studies her death ray and the low officials trapped in it. Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as...
What is a cop if not a hunter?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Sorry, I said, can you turn this off so that I can ask you something? The lieutenant clutches his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps reluctantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
She's carrying a 2-barreled front loader. Remain careful. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but she can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under the floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out, by the way, Isabel, the washerwoman.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
Preparing for the worst?
I was. Before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit. It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out.
Did you shoot Lely?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching. Though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
So she says she didn't do it. And she doesn't trust you. Is it you specifically, or the citizens' militia that she distrusts?
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
Who is her girlfriend? I don't know who her girlfriend is. You're right, Claudia was the first to share her suspicions.
Oh. I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Titus told me. It took some convincing.
Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. And those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like.
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by?
Good question, Ruby. Wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I open them up. I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you. Wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I open them up.
I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Do you have an alibi for when Lily was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you.
How long was she missing for? Was it... I'm trying to remember how long it was. Don't know if I have notes on this anywhere. I think it was like 15 minutes or something. Fuck, I don't remember. They did say you left to take a really long leak. Or she did go out, didn't she? There was half an hour missing. You went out.
Like fuck I did. I was in all the time. I went for a leak. 10-15 minutes max.
Our investigation has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
There's a secret way from the first floor of the whirling to the roof.
Don't know it, but also, the shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
Okay, so it's a good thing that we considered some of the other options then.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
Would you say that Lely was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
She didn't hate him, okay?
I'm not gonna ask her about sympathy for mercs. Fuck that.
I'm listening.
You have a gun.
And?
I see it's a front loader. Do you have another gun somewhere?
Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
Where did you get it?
The gun
What
store.
gun store?
Trigger Happy Jacks.
That doesn't sound like the name of a real store.
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal. Yeah, evidence.
Do you like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
What's so great about her antenna?
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Is that the only reason you hung out on the roof?
The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
So you're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
Did you leave any flowers for Claudia on the roof?
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
They weren't just flowers, they symbols of the revolution.
So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on.
But Claudia was mourning.
I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too.
Fair point. So you didn't leave Maybells?
No, I did not.
You're running drugs for the Union. I've been going through your lorry.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
That really comes as a blow to her.
No, he didn't. I found my own way in. That's a lie, but...
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Well, hopefully I've fixed that situation for now. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have lied to her, but I feel bad about, pushing him to do it, so... I don't know. They can figure it out from here. Maybe I shouldn't have lied, actually, because relationships should not be built on lies. Too late now. Hopefully they can sort it out. You had financial incentive to kill the merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the Union.
The lieutenant is unable to articulate his question.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
She turns down the knob just a millimeter. I wish I could... You're threatening us with it, though.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious.
Fair enough. Okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
For this radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claus's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made Made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal, a leader with no one to lead. She still wants to retain some control of the situation.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Klasha comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Did she seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
This woman has seen people OD. Glacia wasn't quite there yet, so why worry?
You said you knew something was wrong immediately with Claudia.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
How did you manage to come up with a plan so quickly?
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
Her idea?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
Showerhead? Resourceful.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lely herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going, fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why hide? I hate that question, but I'm just trying to go through all of the things.
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
I'm sure it's just heartburn. Oh god.
No, it's many years of combined self-neglect and self.
Try to remain conscious.
All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Right, well... I'm gonna have to zip through a bunch of that conversation. I'll make sure to cover my ears this time. But sadly I don't have any healing items. So this is a shitty situation to be in.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. It's like a...
I know you can't say it's a pleasure out.
As she says the word, nobody. That's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
Ooh, I don't know if I have to find some healing items before I come back and do this. Let's just see. Yell through the static. You're under arrest.
Really now? Check this out.
Yeah, that's it. I'm dead. Okay. Let's load. Okay, well, having fucking died twice, I think this is probably a good time for me to take a break. And it seems that I'm gonna have to find some fucking healing items before I attempt to confront Ruby. Because I'm silly and have used all of my healing items up until this point. I realized that you can buy health items from the Freet. So I ran to the Freet and I picked up some health items so that we can make it through this confrontation. So let's go again, shall we?
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. It's like 1,000 radios.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer.
As she says the word, officer, that's an awful decision. Why would you not want to shield yourself from it? It's an entirely new... Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your
What's
job.
happening to
I'm
me?
using a pale
The explosion of static.
Ulan
Saw my
frequency.
equations? A pale lattice
I'm just
signal
going through the
relay.
same things that I went through
At
last
the
time.
upper-
She likes telling you about the machine. Keep her
Use the
talking.
pail.
The pale? It's the end of
How'd
the
you
world.
get your hands on it?
That's illegal.
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
Will they stay like this
No.
forever? Have you experienced it
Yeah, I
yourself?
stuck my head in there before using it on you.
Man who was
Yeah, let's-
So she
killed.
thinks of you as hunters.
If you've got something really important. God damn it. Fine.
She's well. It doesn't feel much.
How did you know we were
but she can
coming?
I heard you in the passages. So you found
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't write you out.
so nice. That's one knife I didn't want
Preparing
to
for the
find for my
worst.
back. I was. Before
That's her admitting that it was dark in the shack. The waves
you
outside
shoot
had
Lily?
calmed down.
No, I did.
So she says she didn't.
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No. He wouldn't have broken first.
Claudia. Who is her girlfriend? What is that option? I'm curious about that option, but I'm just gonna go with what I said before and let go with the flow.
Oh. I knew the kitten, but she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find...
A doll.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I didn't...
That did make her forgive them. A little.
Like what?
A strong moral compass.
I didn't like him. Hearted, yeah, sure.
She didn't hate him.
I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon
They
you.
did say you love to take a really long leak, 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. I've driven a lot of long haul and chugged a lot of beer, man. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time. Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain. Don't know it, but the shot couldn't have come...
She has
That didn't go super well.
You have a
You got to make some-
gun.
And? Sure does.
a breach.
No.
This is such a wipeout.
The gun, Trigger Happy Jack. What did you think? That I'm going to... Yeah. Evidence. Who doesn't? It's very powerful. The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might... Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, no. Gifts of... So now I'm leaving Revel... I never did understand... No, I did not. So...
That really comes as a blow to her.
Okay, again, I'm gonna mostly stick with what I did before, I think. No, actually, let's say I made him talk.
Yeah, that figures. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking? Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union. I got lucky being a dispatcher. Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious, yeah?
More questions before doing anything.
How should I...
Those ring.
Police radio.
Who hasn't? He was still warm.
She's
It's okay.
All right, she sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. No, she asked me to come...
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? No, yeah. She asked me to help her yeah. As I keep...
But...
War? Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these... I saw you, yes.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Okay. Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
La puta madre. I've heard of La puta madre. He's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
I'm sorry, I'm supposed to know all about this, but I lost my memory recently.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La puta madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this madre, anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
I thought we had an agreement, she thinks. This was not supposed to happen. She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came to town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
Who was in the squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad
What
either.
else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying.
That's not the cops that we met at the Whirling, is it?
That sound about right?
No idea who these people are. Literally. Satellite Officer Vicmere looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minnow. We can either take a room here in the Whirling or go home for today. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
I think I know them. They're in Martinez.
Direction, lock, set.
Don't leave me here. Please leave.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Do you know about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
The communist hideout back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Her voice trails off into the white noise in your head. It feels like an aneurysm approaching. Okay. Okay. I'm pretty worried about how this could potentially go. So what happens if I destroy the machine as opposed to just letting her go? And I can't really save at this point. Okay, let's try to destroy the machine.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
You okay, Kim?
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
She puts the barrel of her gun into her mouth. No! Fuck. Oh god, convince her to put the gun down.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not
No!
Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now.
She doesn't deserve to die like this.
A smirk crosses her face
Shit.
as she watches you stand there, mute. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her head, and pulls the trigger. You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Okay, I am going to reload this after this conversation because... no. Fuck. It's our fault.
We are cops. Everything is our fault if we let it be.
I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore.
Okay, you said it. You needed to say it. Now it's been said. We need to clean up.
You're going to need an ocean of booze to drown this out.
No, I'm done. I'm not a cop anymore.
Police officer responsible for suicide of suspect renounces the RCM. Today, Officer Harriet Dubois, formerly a lieutenant of the Citizens Militia of Revachon, gives a candid interview in which he renounces the militia, his years of service, most of which he doesn't remember, and his own actions on the force. I'm no longer a cop. I wish I never was. No one should be, says Dubois, who has fallen on hard times after resigning. Fuck the RCM. Fuck duty. He adds. Continues on page 4.
Well, you know, in a lot of ways that's an ending that I would be satisfied with because not because, like, obviously not happy about Ruby dying, but in the sense that I have been trying to get him to quit the police force. But, yeah, that's not how that's gonna go. Fuck me, you guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen to her. I'm just gonna let her go.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. It's like 1,000
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer.
As she says the word, that's an all. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
I'm using
The explode.
A pale signals are so.
Just gonna try and get through this as quickly as I can.
The pale? I built it. That's it. Oh yeah. Wait, no. Yeah, the pale. It's the end. Yeah.
So she thinks of you as hunters.
If you've. Goddamn fine.
She's carrying well. It doesn't feel.
I heard you in the passages. So you.
Her tone is bitter.
So nice. I was.
That's her. It was dark in the shack. The way.
No.
So she said.
Who ratted me out? But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. Ugh.
A duck.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
Like what?
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to.
I didn't like him. Pardon mercy. Yeah.
She didn't hate him.
I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole. Yeah. Can't do either without some. Wow. Now I'm curious. Please explain. Don't know the shot.
She has.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lace up.
And sure.
The breach?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
The gun trigger. What did you? The gun store. Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going to yeah. Evidence. Who doesn't? It's very. The view's pretty yes, I'm sure. No. So now I never did no, I did not. So.
That really comes as a blow to her.
Okay, great.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Man. I got lucky being a dispatcher. Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum. Yeah? Where?
More questions before.
How should I?
Those rings.
Police ring.
Who hasn't? He was still warm. But the blue.
She's refused.
It's okay.
All right. She sits down with a drink, trying to sit. No, she asked me to come upstairs.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? Yeah. She asked me to. Yeah. As I keep.
But.
War? Fuck it. I'm not responsible. I saw. Yes. You.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant. Fucking hell. And why me? It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Everyone in Jamrock.
If she knows that about you.
Is that a joke? Yeah, sure.
She does.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself. You've been to my.
I thought we. She's not going. Wait, one thing. Possibly small.
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. One of the guys seemed. That sounded.
No, satellite off. Let's go home, Jean.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Okay, I feel...
What
Hold on.
bunker? Don't know anything.
Okay, so I don't really feel good about doing the pain threshold check and then trying to stop her from shooting herself after, so I'm just gonna let her go. I want to play this safe at this point. Like, I do not want her to die. I can't take it anymore, just go. Don't attempt to destroy the compressor.
Glad to have been of assistance. Best of luck to you, officers. Revichal's.
She tosses her head back defiantly and turns down the machine.
The woman runs past you and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Okay.
All things considered, it could have gone worse.
What now?
Now we have to come up with a really good excuse for why we walked right into a trap like that. This isn't going to look good in the report.
He looks around, then points further into the cavern.
Her tent. Maybe there's something in there.
Well, I'd rather that than her fucking dying. And I don't want to catch her and arrest her anyway. Fuck the police. Cooking utensils. She has prepared herself porridge with bananas. Oh, she's just like me for real. Dark water trails into the distance. There is no way out.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately.
Look inside.
The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes.
Shine your flashlight on the books.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
Sift through the magazines.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
A notebook.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately. Like, right now.
Okay. You found Ruby's journal. Interact with it. Feels disrespectful, but here we go. A well-loved journal with a brown leather cover and the brand name Schneller embossed on the back. It seems to have served as a loyal friend to a lonely traveller.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. This was important to her when it was still hers.
Unwind the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Study the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Flip through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from
What kinds of logistics?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
What are the diagrams of?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
How far back do the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
What did she write about the day Lily died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
Read the entry from March 9th.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching, but also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call?
Poor Ruby.
Were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then? On M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake.
Am I sure this is a mistake? Look at me.
Whatever you may look like, you don't feel like a hired assassin.
Read the entry from March 12th.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. The call was a courtesy. He must have held her in high regard to personally tell her he knew about her plan to run drugs for the competition.
What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder. On top of that, forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
If she didn't do it, then maybe it's good that we didn't catch her.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the matter.
Whatever you say, Kim. Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
Then who do you think killed the merc?
Could have been Titus. Then again...
But no one heard the shot.
Maybe there's a Hardy boy we've yet to meet, who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Oh, poor Ruby. I just want to leave her alone. I hate being a cop. How do I quit? In a way that has nothing to do with her dying. A concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. It feels strange. Oh, there's a coat in there. Composure and shivers. Well, that does look cozy, but it doesn't look as fashionable as this guy. Oh. Sorry, is this the wrong way?
Ratan! Now is the time!
Time for what?
Oh, you will see.
It feels like the tie is rubbing itself against your chest like a cat in heat.
First the spirits! The blue medicinal spirits! Grab the bottle and uncork it! It is time to unleash the other world!
Right now? Ruby's gone. I don't really think there's anything to celebrate here.
Hush, hush, Ratan! Now is not the time to celebrate. Now is the time to get ready! Trust me on this! This is what it's all been building towards! It's gonna be off the hook! Off all hooks!
Slowly uncork the blue medicinal spirit.
The bottle opens with a silent, mysterious hiss. The fumes rising from its mouth are as crisp as the northern winds, howling somewhere, lashing the boardwalk with brine and rain. An ancient warmth crawls under your skin.
Now, Bratan, take me off!
What? I didn't know I could do that.
Bratan! Have I ever lied to you? Just take me off!
The necktie encouragingly tugs at your neck. Take the necktie off.
Your fingers manage to undo the oily knot, and the necktie slides off. It looks so frail sitting there in your hand, weighing almost nothing.
Now what?
Now, put me in the bottle!
Why?
Trust me! Just trust me! You and I are gonna have so much fun it should be illegal!
I suspect that it might be.
Just put me in the bottle, Bratan! I'm not gonna let you down! You and I are like the same person!
Put the necktie in the bottle.
As the necktie slides into the purifying liquid, large stains of grease rise off from it and float to the surface. There, they quickly dissolve and disappear completely, cleansed by the blue spirit fire of 98.7% pure alcohol. The fabric looks almost new again. No longer like a disgusting worm of the lower intestine, but like a colorful and deadly poisonous reef snake of the Insulindian Ocean.
Okay, nice. Why couldn't we do that earlier? What next?
The necktie floats in the bluish liquid with almost unearthly grace.
Necktie?
There is silence.
Cork the bottle and put it away.
The lieutenant has been observing you quietly all this time. He's struggling to keep silent, but finally seems to give up.
I've got to ask, what are you doing?
I don't really know, but I'm eager to find out.
That makes two of us. Let's not waste any more time under this boardwalk. We need to clear this all up, somehow.
Wow. No more horrific necktie. It's so strange without you. But finally, I am free. Can I wear my fashionable cryptid tie now? Can't really see it underneath this coat, but I really am so anti-bow tie. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what a good fit is here. Like which jacket to go with this tie, you know? I feel like this jacket kind of really works with it. I wish the trench coat did, but it doesn't. I love that trench coat, but it doesn't work with this tie, does it? I guess it doesn't matter if the tie is covered up. It's so hard being fashionable and also conscious of stats. Yeah, the stats on that jacket are better as well, aren't they? Let's leave it at that. Let's get out of here. Just gonna see if there's anything else I can see in this area before I leave, but I think that might be it. Yeah. I hope everything works out for Ruby. Return to the whirling in rags. Are you La Puta Madre's peon or peony? Ruby said you were a notoriously corrupt cop. That's why she was scared of you. Call your station to find out more if you dare. Let's head back in that direction. The water runs from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe?
Stop. Now. It is time.
For what?
Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue
What
soul.
am I supposed to do?
Your old friend has prepared you for this, at great cost to himself. Make sure you have the spirit bomb in your hand. When shit goes south, you hear what sounds like an enthusiastic gurgling coming from the spirit bomb in your pocket.
I'm not sure I feel ready for what lies ahead.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Well, that's kind, Kim.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Shit. Courtenaire. That looks like one of the mercenaries.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right? Shut up. Not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest
He looked
rises and
familiar.
falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. There's something very wrong.
He's dangerous. Shh. The lieutenant raises his left hand.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Oh, but it's okay to do it in a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant points to the helmeted figure. I was about to say, she mentioned a man and a woman.
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all, heavily armed. The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He doesn't want to, but he must.
Puts his hand on his gun. The big one is the mercenary at the gates. Whisper.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
Okay.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
We're out of time. This is...
The mercenary tribunal.
Yeah. Stop. This is the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backwards.
I think he's calmed down a bit.
Pig fuck!
Is the only word you can make out. It doesn't sound calm. I can see you're drunk.
Ah, yeah. Welcome to the fucking party. You're probably gonna get killed too. I don't give a shit if you're cops.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. You feel your fists contract as you stand there between these men, all carrying real weapons. No, it's okay. Soften him up and trust the others to attack if it comes to that. Make him talk. Present an argument.
Oh dear.
I'm barely keeping you together here. This is it. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have. Move down from that. Please.
God, okay, I've got a few options here. Where is Clausia? She can explain this. Light the spirit bomb and launch it at him. Or think of an argument. That could work. I do kind of want to do violence upon the mercenaries though. I think that would be fun. I think I should have saved before doing this. Who is that? Point to the man. I didn't know you had a third guy.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
The killer?
The gunner. The raddest. The killer.
The gunner, he gestures towards himself. The raddest, he nods towards the woman. The killer, he points to the figure clad entirely in ceramic plate.
What do you think he does?
He kills.
Smart loincloth. He fucks natives up. Soldier of the apocalypse style.
Great, yeah, it would be good to kill you guys, actually. I would be a fan of that.
Easy. Easy now.
Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did then?
It was someone else. Someone who's not here now.
How fucking convenient.
He gives you a drunken stare, then puts his hand on the gun. He was shot from a great distance. A sniper did it.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now, huh? How about the kid? Tell me, the magic fucking sniper, one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
Fuck. Think. Why doesn't he believe me?
Your mind grinds to a halt. All you can see is the revolver in the man's armored hand, swaying, pointed at her. You'd move your mouth like a fish gasping.
No, she wasn't even there.
He pulls.
Fuck!
A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle.
Shit.
The shot rings in your ears, a low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
The woman grabs her left side. She's down. Her white shirt soaks a blood red around her abdomen. She gasps for air.
Fuck this!
The man starts pulling something out from his pocket.
Gene! Cancel Lizzie! Now!
Fuck, I should have... Okay, I'm going back, you guys. I'm going back. Okay, I'm just gonna run through this and then save before even engaging in that.
The plain red tent. The tent, it reeks of cigarettes. Assorted.
See anything?
Rhaegar month. You pocket a trusted.
We should
God, stress. Honestly, I might prepare and then save it and then come back to it later
journal.
in the next
The
stream.
cover is worn like someone used to carry it. It's made. This was important to her. The journal falls open. The large curtain, perhaps too confident. It's a mix.
It's good she left in a hurry.
Hard to.
There could be useful
Esoteric. Hard to tell.
There could be useful information.
Short. Staff issues. The first entry is nothing. You have no idea that small one. Great. Then again, were you supposed to find her? Whatever you been holed up here, did M feel the entry end? The call was a courtesy. He must have held her the most, even when I leave it.
It looks like
That would be a first.
I wouldn't. Besides, no, could have been Titus. Maybe there's one thing is for certain.
Okay, we got Ruby's journal. We got this shit.
Rattan! Oh, that's the spirits! The blue medicinal spirits! Grab the hush, hush, Rattan!
The bottle howlings.
Now, Rattan! Rattan!
Your finger.
Now, put me in the bottle! Trust me! Just put me in the bottle!
As the necktie cleansed, but the necktie floats. There is silence. The lieutenant has been. He's struggling.
I've got to ask. That makes two.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of here and then I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna head back. To the whirling and then I'm gonna save. Spirit Bomb. Equip this when times are most dire. Your spirit guide to the party scene. The horrific necktie is floating serenely in the blue medicinal spirit. As it is still 98.7% alcohol, this necktie cocktail is extremely flammable and should be kept far away from an open flame. Put down that flashlight, buddy. Oh, I have this wonderful scarf as well. I forgot about this scarf. Oh, that looks so good. We do have a logic check coming up. Forget what the other check was before. Might have been suggestion or volition. But yes, hopefully this outfit gets us ready for the oncoming storm. I'm gonna check if Joyce is still hanging around there. For now.
Stop. Now. It's crisis. Death. You can feel it. Your old friend is prepared. You hear what sounds like an...
Then you'd better get ready.
I'm just trying to think. I don't have like tons of time before I need to go, but I'm also like very curious to see what happens now. Take a big long drink.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning. Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right? Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. There's something very wrong with him.
He's dangerous.
Shh.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street?
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it.
He is facing peaceful. Nest in your...
Fuck, that...
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his...
The mercenary tribunal. My plan...
He doesn't want to.
If this turns into a fight...
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
Stop, this is the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
I think he's calmed down a bit.
Pig fuck!
Easy now. No one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
Right, I know that they've been like calling Lizzie slurs, so they're obviously racist, and then obviously they were involved in fucking imperialist wars, like murdering brown people, but they're really, the racism is really on display. Tribals? Okay. Can imagine that this is the kind of shit that went down in the countries where they were carrying out imperialist wars, and says a lot about the whole everything that we legitimize the state and the military doing abroad to other people will come back to bite us in the ass, and they'll do it to us domestically.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. You feel your fists contract as you stand there between these men, all carrying real weapons. No, it's okay. Soften him up and trust the others to attack if it comes to that. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out. Get under his skin. I don't know about this getting under his skin. He'll only get under yours. I'm barely keeping you together here. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have. Move down from that. Please.
I'm gonna try throwing the bomb at him.
With a crash of shattering glass and a terrible roar, the fire draws in oxygen. The bomb hits the mercenary in the chest, swallowing him in flames as he staggers back.
Oh, yes.
In the fiery inferno, you see your tie, coiling around the man's neck. It is no longer horrific, but beautiful and pure.
I only ever wanted you to have fun, Harry.
It calls out to you one last time. Oh, horrific necktie. It's all been worth it, horrific necktie. Thank you for your sacrifice in this struggle. Goodbye, necktie.
See you on the other side.
The necktie disintegrates into molten heat, its last remaining embers letting out a pop and crack that sounds like...
Harry, for God's sake! Watch out!
To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Ooh, dodge the shot.
The shot rings and you stumble. Something violently tugs at your shoulder, pushing you backwards with incredible force.
Fuck.
A volcano of burning pain erupts from your left shoulder. The pain flows over your entire body like an awful shock. A grim knowing rises from within. Half of your body must be gone.
God, please.
The lieutenant says quietly, without trembling. He aims, face pale.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult...
You fucking got this, Kim. Let's kill him!
Then, 2 shots ring and you hear a scream. But you're too hurt to see who got hit.
Kim, did he hit the rifleman?
Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through the burning meat and the flames. With his face boiling off, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
Well, I'm gonna try to evade the shot, but this isn't looking good for me. Rest in peace.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Listen through the darkness and the pain.
The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you. Nearby gunfire shatters glass.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Try to open your eyes. What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Out of it, a silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. There's a white shadow that smells like apricots. It's always there.
Stay with me.
You feel burning hot, tears streaming from your eyes. It said I have a vast soul. Do I have a vast soul?
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands.
Jesus Christ, this is all really intense. This is a really high-stakes fucking situation, obviously. I guess because of the way that this game is designed and the way that it works, I sadly couldn't have a cathartic moment of just trying to kill the mercenaries because it's an RPG and they have an advantage over me. But it was worth a try. I'll probably reload, but fuck. Okay, authority +1, the lieutenant trusts you, +2, Kim truly trusts you. Which is very sweet. We definitely have reached peak yaoi level, I think. No, Kim!
No, you scream. Behind you, from your bloody lips, your eyes are full of fear. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world
fall into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
No, let me back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his warm sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved. There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stops. He only gets worse.
Well, damn. I'm assuming that's a fail state.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns
Oh
double,
shit.
then triple from the pain.
Oh shit, okay. Kim.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with the fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. What did you say? Sunrise.
Sunrise, Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
My gun, it's engraved on it.
Cops like it.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say.
He looks out the window.
I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
He unzips his bomber jacket. Ouch.
That's right. Ouch, indeed.
The room, it's clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
The piss jacket, Kim. You took it off?
Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore.
I wasn't wearing it, but that's still funny.
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the jacket.
Is that a glitch of like he was supposed to be wearing the other jacket? Because we didn't get that in this playthrough. What happened?
What happened? You threw an improvised petroleum bomb at the Major. A firefight ensued.
Is he dead?
Very. He died in the hospital.
A blood-stained killer.
Swallow.
As retaliation, the rifleman shot you. He hit with his carabine. I was looking for a clear line of sight. When I found it...
He sounds a tiny bit sorry he did not find it before you got hit.
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive.
There's a pause.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name.
Eugene.
Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out by then. I think you said something about your wife, and you warned me. I was able to disarm one of them, the Pole, before she got a jump on me.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
The lieutenant takes a cigarette from his coat pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room. I'm not going to comment on his smoking. It's a pretty valid moment to smoke. How many casualties on the Union side total? Hold on. And they're all dead, all three of the contractors.
The Pole was the last to die. Everard had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. Company is yet to retaliate.
Why?
Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe...
He breathes in the fumes, thinking.
Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
How many casualties on the Union side total?
4. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, and Angus. The fat one, he took a lot of bullets.
I thought you only smoked one a day.
This is the one.
And that's...
all.
An absolute disaster.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies.
Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
How bad am I hurt?
Pretty bad, officer. You've suffered 2 wounds. The first is below your shoulder. The bullet passed through your shoulder blade, luckily missing your lung and heart. The second shot hit you in the thigh, the left quadriceps. No major arteries were nicked, but the bullet had to be removed. Bacterial infection was treated with mercurochrome.
Can I walk?
We will see.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming, stupid of me.
Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
I just noticed it's 10 a.m. day 7. They don't care about me at all.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Odd, you haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
If not my station, then who treated me?
I did.
Thank you.
No need.
Okay. lieutenant turns double again before your eyes, an orange hue of pain.
How are you?
I'm very bad, Kim. Things are very bad.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, just looks at you teetering on your feet. He thinks you should sit back down. Back straight now. You're not sitting anywhere.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
But I don't know either.
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
Joyce is gone?
Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines. Or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad.
He looks out the window.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Claudia too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Claudia's gone too?
Oh yes. She left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. I asked Mr. Gart. Turns out it was a bad idea not to arrest her. But maybe it was a good deed that will pay off in heaven.
Who would have figured?
Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man?
That was our job to find out, wasn't it? Honestly, I just don't know. Our circle of suspects is dead and gone. It's not a circle at all. It's a ruin. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
His voice is calm, matter-of-factly. Okay, so once more, Claudia has escaped?
Absolutely. There's no other way to go about it. We screwed up.
He's made his peace with it. He's had time to do so.
This is because I'm a la puta madre peone, isn't it?
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
That does make some sense.
The fucking Maybells, Kim. The flowers.
What?
Yank it out and show the dried flower while it falls to pieces. This one, remember?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
He's wrong.
No, Kim. Every piece of garbage in this city is connected to the case. Metaphorically.
Okay.
He concedes, clearly not meaning it. What about the hole in the wall? Someone was checking her out.
I don't know. That's been there for years.
The goddamn footprints.
Yes. God cursed the footprints. Not solving the case for us. Au diable.
There's still a 28% possibility the shot came from a distance.
We should go upstairs. Rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches, Revolutionary era.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
I'm not gonna say anything.
There's a little pause. He says nothing as well.
You know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
Say nothing.
Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
The lieutenant did mention doing more ballistics. Also, it's just close enough to endure the walk.
We should check Mrs. Catazine Alassier's room upstairs.
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Okay, y'all. I don't feel great about that, even though I wanted to kill the mercenaries. It obviously had a lot of fallout, and I don't want... It's not ideal for the Hardy Boys or anybody to end up dead. So we need to continue the investigation, and I think that I feel like, you know, best case scenario, maybe we could kill them later. You know, maybe we could prepare to kill them and be armed to kill them. But even though I wanted to see how that went, and there was kind of a cathartic moment of a very, very brief cathartic moment there, it wasn't worth it. I feel like I need to buy more time. And as much as I support class war, I think that we need to be armed and ready and minimize casualties as much as we can. You know what I mean? So I think that I'm going to reload, and I'm going to try to do the rhetoric check, because I feel, you know, my stats in that one are better anyway. I think it's going to go better, hopefully. So let's reload. Okay. Hand-eye coordination was the thing, wasn't it? I feel like... that jacket improves hand-eye coordination, but... yeah. Okay, I've got a lot to chew on, I feel. But I think I should probably actually call it quits for the day at this point, because I think it's going to take a while to get through doing that whole scene again.